Other comments? Councilmember Collins.
I just have one comment. I continually vote against things in executive session, and this is the reason. I think the public needs to know what's going on, the power struggle between the legislative and executive branch. And I think any lawyer can read what they want in guidance, state legislation and come up with the conclusion that they want. It's always stated a prosecutor can prosecute a ham sandwich. Well, I think in this case, it like blindsided a lot of the council members, and we have to have this in executive session, and all this information came to the council today. So I haven't even really had a chance to research it, and I'm sure that I could come up with conclusions that would totally support what we did. The other thing is Councilmember Knight went out of his way on guidance from city staff to do this resolution. We found the money, and then we were surprised at council, the last council meeting, that Councilmember Gabler tried to work with me on bringing the business license fees to the end of the year, which was never discussed until on the dais. So I'm saying I'm trying to look out for the better interests of Colorado Springs and our citizens. It's been continually stated over the past year that Colorado Springs isn't business friendly. The minute I come out and try to make it more business friendly by getting rid of business license fees, then all of a sudden an article comes out in the media, oh, Colorado Springs is so business friendly. So what I'm saying is we seem to go back and forth based on what this council is trying to do. And we're trying to make Colorado Springs more business friendly. And free markets are what have made America. And I just think this would be the best proposal. The council vote was 5-4, and the mayor overrode it with his veto. And then you'll find out in tomorrow's session that we're going to ask to get rid of urban renewal authority fees downtown for special interests, for cronies. And I just think that's a terrible.
Try and stay with this.
So anyway, I wish we could have had this information before, and I think it's in the best interest of Colorado Springs that we do not go into executive session. We represent you, and to go behind closed doors continually and discuss issues, I think is a terrible thing.
Okay, I go back to the concern about whether or not we can have an authority to grant amendments to the annual appropriation ordinance without the mayor first recommending it once it's been adopted. And I think that if that's the case, it seriously erodes the ability for council to do its job, because it's taking off the table anything that we want to initiate that has any fiscal impact to it whatsoever. So it makes us only respond strictly to the mayor's initiation. And especially, virtually everything that we do has some budget implication. It does. I mean, that's basically what we do is spend money. So I think I would like to have another legal opinion done on this and get another opportunity to get a second look at what this is. That would be my intent to do, as opposed to just accepting this as a final authority on this issue. Other comments? Councilmember Miller.
I would just say that I would concur with that. I think there's clearly some problems that we have, and fully vetting the possibility of both sides, because we didn't even see in this opinion. Now, in some cases, we hear the counter side. On the one hand, council has this authority to do it. We didn't see any of that here. It was just, you can't, you can't, you can't. We didn't see as if we were to have gone and asked the same question, I don't believe we would have had the same answer. Because I think the presumed desired response from the person asking for the opinion was the you can't, you can't, you can't. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure you'll say that I'm wrong, but I don't believe it. So I would fully support the ability for us to get, it's not a matter of going to get another opinion when you don't get one you like. I think it's a matter of feeling confident that you have been given an impartial, indifferent opinion.
Okay, further questions, further comments? Councilmember Gaber.
Well, I guess a couple questions. I mean, is this something that you want us to vote on soon? Because we, of course, are just hearing about this now. And when it comes to, I think what Councilmember Miller just said about getting a different opinion, I think we should think long and hard about what that means as far as getting another opinion, and if that opinion is contrary to what the city attorney has told us, and how we would move forward with that, because that's the bigger question here, going against the city attorney who acts on behalf of the city, not any branch of the city. So it's a bigger question than I think we're thinking on this one particular issue.
Okay. Other comments? I think we've initiated an opportunity. It says in the charter that we can ask for an outside counsel opinion if we choose to do so. And so I think that's something that we should definitely consider and do. Other further comments? So I have a proposal based upon the stormwater. We won't be able to vote on this today. It's just for you to look at.
Keith, I got a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Why don't we, we pay money for CML, and they've got an attorney that's been there for years and years. Why don't we go that route first?
I think we can look at that also. I think that's a good suggestion.
I've actually contacted CML, and they agree with our conclusion. But you can certainly talk to them if you'd like to. But I need to caution the council on a number of things. One, I cannot in good faith recommend that you use taxpayer dollars to seek an outside opinion, because based on the state law, based on our charter, I'm confident it's going to come out the exact same way we have it. If the council proceeds down this path, then you're basically taking away from me my charter duty and obligation to advise the city. It says that the city attorney shall advise mayor, council, and all those other people. So it is my duty and responsibility to look at these questions and to opine on these questions. If I do not do that and you bypass the city attorney's office, then you're preventing me from fulfilling my charter obligations.
Okay? So Councilmember Miller.
Do you have the same advice for the mayor's outside counsel requests for opinions? Do you give the same pushback to the mayor when he wants to go to Hogan Lovells for an opinion?
I have told the mayor on a number of topics that I do not think we need outside assistance.
And so do you
And he
reject it?
has respected that.
And do you and so you reject it if he asks you? Has there ever been a case where he's asked for outside counsel and you've rejected it and not given it to him?
Number one, that would be disclosing a confidential communication, and I don't think we want to go there.
Okay.
But I can tell you that when I have said my office can handle this request, he has respected that.
Okay, well, this is something we will not be voting on today. This will be something we'll have further discussion about. But it is a very, very big issue and a very important issue, and so I appreciate the opportunity to have a discussion of this in open session as we start our meeting today. Is there further discussion about this at this time? Okay.